So class 9 atoms and molecules, this chapter is going on. In my previous video I told you about the molecules, that is atomicity of the molecules, how the molecules are represented. In today's topic is how to write down the formula of a chemical compound. There is certain rule that you have to follow. You will get questions that write down the formula of the following compound. So how to write, how you got the formula, that you have to explain. Definitely in higher classes you don't have to apply the rules because it will be automatically in your mind. The formula will come out from your own, you don't have to apply the rules. But now to know the formula you should apply the rules because many things are new for you at this in this chapter or at this time, I can say. Okay. So before writing the chemical formula, there is a term valency that you have to know. Already you have learned it in the previous class, but I want to make you recall again. So what is valency? I have written here. Valency is the combining capacity of an element. That means the number of electrons of an element which participate in the chemical reaction. That is called valency. Once again I am saying the combining capacity of an element means the number of electrons of an element which participate in chemical reaction. That is called valency. In previous video I told you about ions. I told you that during chemical combination, during chemical reaction, some elements they may lose electron, some elements may gain electron, means atom of the element may lose or gain electron, and due to that charge developed on that. So the charge that is developed on the atom of the element, that is its valency. Okay. Suppose charge is +1, so that means its valency is 1. Charge is -2, its valency is 2. -2 means 2 electrons came in the element, atom of the element. So these are the valencies. Actually that many number of electrons of that element is participating in the chemical reaction, or extra electron from outside is entering into the atom. So how many electrons are entering? That is its valency. Now what are the rules to write down the chemical formula of a compound? Okay, what I have to do, I have to follow 3 rules. That is, first you have to write down the symbol of the constituent element. Suppose water. Okay, so constituent elements are what? Hydrogen and oxygen. So I will write down the symbol of hydrogen and oxygen because these two are combining to form water. So rule number 1, write down the symbols of the constituent element. Second rule, write the valencies of the atoms below their symbol. We have to know the valency of these elements. So at present you have to learn the valencies of some of the elements. You have to memorize those to write down the formula. In chapter 4, when you will go through the atomic structure, that time you will learn how to find out the valency. But at present you have to learn the valency. Okay. So valency of hydrogen is 1, valency of oxygen is 2. These are the valencies of oxygen. So valency of some common element, common ion, you have to memorize. This is the second rule. I have written valency of this below this one and valency of oxygen below oxygen. Third, cross over the valencies and write down the chemical formula. Cross over the valencies means I will write this one here and this one here. Cross over the valency and write down the formula. How to write down the formula? Valency of hydrogen will be the number of oxygen atom and valency of oxygen will be the number of hydrogen atom. So what will be the formula? The formula is H2O. So you can see that the number of valencies are cross multiplied or interchange their position. So this is the rule by which you have to write down the chemical formula of a compound. So this is one example. While explaining about the rule, I have shown you how to do. Now I will take more examples so that you can understand it easier way and it will be easier for you to follow it. Okay. Okay, let us do some other examples, that is how to write down the formula. I have some of the compounds. So you have to write down the formula of these by taking symbols and valencies, everything. So first is aluminium oxide. As I told you, first you have to write down the name of the element. So what are the elements? Either element or ion. So aluminium, one is aluminium and another one is oxygen. These are the elements which are going to form you the compound. So aluminium oxide, one element is aluminium, another element is oxygen. What are the symbols? Aluminium is Al and oxygen is O. These things you have to write down, okay, so that you can do it in a proper way. Either you have to write down the charge or valency, same thing. So aluminium, its valency is 3 and oxygen, its valency is 2. Now I will cross multiply this, crossover. So what is the formula? Aluminium oxide, I am getting the formula as valency of oxygen will be written here and valency of aluminium will be written here. So in this compound aluminium oxide, there are 2 atoms of aluminium and 3 atoms of oxygen. So combining together you are getting aluminium oxide. Okay. Now the second one, sodium oxide. So sodium nitrate. So same way I will write down. I am not writing these things again. This you can write down by yourself. So sodium nitrate. Sodium is the element and nitrate, this is a ion. Okay, nitrate is radical. Nitrate radical. So nitrate ion I can write down. What are its valency or symbol? Sodium is Na and nitrate is NO3. Nitrate radical, it is having the formula NO3. So you have to memorize the radicals also, their symbols also. What is the charge on the radical and the symbol of the radical, that also you have to memorize. Sodium charge is 1 or valency is 1. Nitrate also 1. This is actually we write +1 and this one is -1. So this is also 1. It is not necessary to write plus minus. If you write it is alright. Otherwise it is not necessary. So if I cross multiply sodium nitrate, so what you are going to get? 1 here, 1 here. Both 1 are cancelled. When there is only one atom of a particular element in the compound, we generally don't write any number. So what formula we are going to get? NaNO3. This is the formula of sodium nitrate. Because both are having valency 1, they can be cancelled. I can cancel 1 and 1. Number 3. Number 3 is ammonium sulfate. So ammonium is the radical and sulfate is also the radical. What are the symbols? Ammonium is NH4 positive. This is ammonium. Sulfate is SO4 2 negative. Now one thing you have to remember, while writing the symbol of radical, it is necessary to write down the charges. While writing the symbol of element, it is not necessary to write down the charges or valency on the symbol. But while writing the symbol of the radical, it is necessary to write down the charges on the radical. Okay. So ammonium sulfate. So from here I can see that charge is 1 and here the charge is 2. So if I cross multiply, what I am going to get? 2 radical of ammonium will combine with 1 radical of sulfate to form ammonium sulfate. So what is the formula? NH4 2SO4. When the whole radical is having 2 number, 3 number, whatever may be, so it is written in bracket because this 2 for nitrogen also, hydrogen also, for everything. So I have to write a bracket and generally this is termed as whole. Okay, NH4 whole 2 SO4. While we say the formula, we say NH4 whole 2 SO4 or NH4 group 2 SO4. In this way we will say. Now the last one, that is number 4, barium sulfate. So symbol of barium is Ba, symbol of sulfate is SO4 2 negative. valency is 2 and sulfate also valency is 2. Okay, now I have to cross over it. Valencies 2 and 2 can be cut, because if both are same I can cut it. Even they are multiple of some number, then also I can cut. So what I am going to get? 1 here and 1 here. So what is the formula? BaSO4. Barium sulfate means BaSO4. So in this way you have to write down the formula of various compound given to you. You may get question that so the formation of the following compound. There you have to follow the rule and then you have to write down the formulas. Okay, so I hope you have understood it properly. If you have any queries you can ask me, and you can pause the video, go through it. So thank you very much.